Okay, we got one person on here. Who's watching? Let's get it going. Well, what's going on, everybody? It's Sunday afternoon here at home. I enjoyed last week's live stream, and hopefully this one will be as good as the last one. Dang, we need more than one person on here. Who's on there? Comment something. Let's get them fired up. Oh, shoot, that's another language. What country are you from? I can only speak English and a little bit of Pennsylvania Dutch. And in Spanish, I know what cerveza is. $29 watching. What's going on, people? Oh, down to 14. Austin Play. Grief. Where are you from, Austin Play 365? Oh, shoot. There we go. I shut my chat off somehow. Oh, shoot. We only got 4 people on here now. Comment, people. What's going on? Let's get the live stream hopping. Howdy, JP. Well, howdy. What's going on? We're just chilling here at home, trying to stay warm. It's supposed to be in the, I think, the 20s tonight. I just went to Texas this last week and got a load. I got to set until tomorrow morning, deliver the last tractor. What's happening? Shirt sleeves here. Yeah, I got my... Are you wearing shirt sleeves, or are you talking about me? Because I got my long sleeves on. Oh, you're in Bowling Green, Kentucky. What are you unloading? What kind of tractors? Kubotas or what do you got? Is it cold in California, Kevin? Me, 70 here in Ontario. Yep. New Holland tractors? So you, well, obviously, so you probably got a step deck then, not a flatbed. You got a step deck. But yeah, that's that's pretty good weather. Have you had anybody brag on your clothes since you've been over there in California this time, or in Ontario? Oh, you have a drive-in. Yeah, I've hauled a few tractors, but I've hauled Kubota stuff from. It's outside of. I think it's around Augusta, Georgia, that I've hauled stuff for Kubota, but not very often. So you're part of the trashy door trashy door swinger club like us. Oh, cool. Yeah, I used to take farm equipment over there to New Holland. Sorry, there's a fly bugging me. Yeah, I used to take farm equipment to New Holland, Pennsylvania. Took cloth stuff over there. That's funny, Kevin. Yeah, you're getting to be a regular. So you like the Petro better than TA? Kevin's down there in Ontario, California, and there's if anybody's been down there, there's a Petro on one side of the road, and there's a TA on the other, and he's over there at the Petro. I always stay at the TA, so I didn't know what he liked better about the Petro. What's a lot lizard? Well, it used to be a prostitute that hung out in the truck stops that would satisfy the truck drivers, but honestly, I haven't seen a lot lizard, and I couldn't tell you when. Probably 20 years. JP, I drive a 2019 Freight Shaker, but it seems like it's not getting as good a fuel mileage as it usually get. Maybe because it's older, 650 or I'm sorry, 750,000 miles. No, I don't think that's it. Mine's got over 700 now, and I'm getting, you know, if you get the if you get everything going right, I can be in the 11. So no, I don't think it's fuel mileage. There's a lot of stuff you can check. Well, the biggest two things is your overhead and your charge air cooler. Check your air to air to make sure you don't have any leaks. Maybe that's leaking, or if you haven't had an overhead, you could you could have that ran. You like the iron skillet, but parking layout better at TA. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. There used to be a lot of prostitutes at the truck stops, and when I would go with my dad in the '90s, you'd see them everywhere. It was really crazy how many there were, but I think they've cleaned all that up now. Now you don't see that. But when I was probably, I don't know, 15 or 16 years old, it was unbelievable how many prostitutes were out there. I'm going to show you some pictures of some things I'm thinking about. Also might be causing an issue. Yeah, on the CB they were called commercial company. That's right. Yeah, that was the old joke. If you see a lot lizard with a mattress strapped to her back, that was called an owner operator. Yeah, just email me any pictures or anything, jptransport3@gmail.com, and we'll check them out. Um, what's your gearing with that truck? Yeah, I just talked to somebody else this week that had a 2019 Cascadia that's not getting near what I am, and a lot of it has to do with the trailer. I have a really aerodynamic trailer, and this week I pulled a trailer that wasn't that aerodynamic. And here, let me switch over real quick. I complain about it's not that good, but I'm shooting for 11 now. That's what I'm trying to get now is 11 miles a gallon. Let's see. So for the week without my with my un aerodynamic trailer, I got 10.42. So I'm actually upset about that, and that's crazy because that's with my trailer that has no side skirts, no any kind of aero. The only thing I did with that is I put the fly swatter flaps on it and I put the license plate up in the bumper. But other than that, that trailer doesn't have any. Oh, and it's got a nose cone. That trailer does have a nose cone. Let's see. Hey, Dwayne, how's it going, buddy? Sharon on here. I'm not sure 100%. I'm not 100% sure what the gearing is, but 65, it's around 1325 to 1350. I can figure it up for you real quick. Do you have a overdrive transmission or direct drive? 1325, what would that be? You're probably, I bet you got 228s in. If you're at 325, I bet you got 228s. Yeah, that's shocking. That's really shocking that I mean, what do you call not good though? That load was nose heavy, dropped me from 9.2 to 8.6. Yeah. There's Sharon. Hey Johnny, good to see you made it home. Yep. I got home yesterday, then we went to French Lick and watched the lighting of the tree down there. So, yep. I've got a load in the trailer here at home, and I'm going to deliver it tomorrow, and then I'm going to take the rest of the week off and do farm stuff. I got calves to sell, bush hogging, and wood cut, all kinds of fun stuff. I tried to get Pam to be on here. Hey Pam, why don't you come and be on the live thing? Tree. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I sent you that picture. Yeah, it was they've got a great big tree that they got covered in lights, and that's what down at the casino in French Lick. And so they had it covered in Christmas lights, and they lit it last night. So that's when I sent that picture to you. That's what that was. I used to get sometimes between 10 and 11, depending on load and terrain, but it seems like I can't hit like I used to, even with light loads. Yeah, I'd say you got a boost leak. I had a very slight boost leak, and it really killed my fuel mileage. So check everything. Check your air to air on that truck. So I would almost bet it's something with your overhead or it's something with air to air because age shouldn't matter. That other truck I had, it actually, the longer I had it, the better it got. So yeah, that shouldn't matter. But no, I talked to several of these guys this week, and it's like, if anybody's watched the channel about that trailer that doesn't have the arrow on it, I was like, what a difference pulling that. Because I'd say it was probably 6 weeks since I pulled my non-arrow trailer, and what a difference! Absolutely night and day between my one trailer and another. I'd say it's at least a mile a gallon, and we had some talks this week, and it's really just motivated me. It's really motivated me about putting air on that trailer. And sorry, somebody emailed me. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, you said sending my pictures now. I'll have some injectors going on, perhaps. Okay. Yeah, I'll look at your pictures right now. That's cool. Let's see. Get on my email. Okay, so I just looked at your pictures, and so what are you worried about these pictures? Is that how that oil's weeping through the pass-through gaskets? Is that what you're worried about? Yeah, that's not a problem. All that is that rubber gets hard over time, and they start leaking a little bit. Or I don't even call it leaking; it's just weeping through there. So no, that has nothing to do. All that is the oil that's coming up into the top of the engine is coming through those things. Those little they call those pass-through gaskets, and you can change those, but that has absolutely nothing to do with fuel mileage. So no, don't worry about that. Actually, it doesn't look bad at all. I'm gonna look at them one more time. No, that's pretty dry. Yeah, I'm looking at it as we talk. And it looks like your cam housing isn't leaking at all. And that top part of it, that's where all the wiring harness goes through there. No, you actually look pretty dry. So no, I think you're in good shape with that.
Johnny,
What?
how do you find your channel?
You just go to. Sorry, my wife's asking me how you find my channel. You just go to JP Transport.
On YouTube.
Yeah. Why? I just. I was on Marketplace looking at some tires after. Let's see. Flying Patty said, could it be as simple as a fuel filter? This biodiesel in California is hurting my mile per gallon as well. I can see my fuel in Davco is up high. Normally it sits below the black ring. Fuel in Vegas and drop down below. Let's see, what did I ask you? You said, unfortunately, I don't. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, I don't. I have an aerodynamic trailer to pull, so my only way of fuel mileage is driving slow. I did get almost 9.5 on this load. Oh, Dwayne just said hi, Pam. Here, you want to get that other chair? I'll get it for you.
Oh, I don't have to get a chair.
Sit here with me. Actually, I might get another, just like a kitchen chair.
Hi, Dwayne. I don't know how this works, so I'm just kind of here. Dwayne said, come in here. I'm getting ready to go make him a sandwich. Hi, everybody. JP Transport.
Pam will answer all the.
Oh, yes.
Pam will answer all the fuel mileage questions you have.
Yeah. Trust me, he checks mine too.
You put in here.
Yes. Fit right here. Hi.
Okay. Oh, Kevin said, "Hello, Pam."
Hello, Kevin.
Michael said, "Hello there." And Sharon said, "Hey, Pam, love you, girl."
Hey, Sharon.
So, hey, Pam, did you use Pam to cook today?
That's funny. They named that after me because I'm such a good cook.
No, actually, we went to dinner after church today, so she didn't have to cook today. We've been going to a Mexican place that's actually it's kind of like a twofold thing of there's a Tractor Supply right by a Mexican place, so I get cattle mineral over there, and then we go over there and eat lunch at the Mexican place, so it works out good. 9 people on here, 5 likes. I can't believe my mom's not on here.
Annie says hi.
Yes.
Annie goes on the road with us sometimes, don't you, Annie?
I think the last time you went with me was in April.
Yeah,
Yeah, because we went up to Michigan. Yeah. But no, I definitely checked that air to air. I think that's probably going to be a problem. Is this Overdrive's October Driver of the Month? Yes, it is. Yes, I was very honored to be the October Driver of the Month. And so hopefully we get Driver of the Year. And then Kevin on here gets a new seat.
He's bribing you, Kevin.
Yeah, I'll have a look at it definitely. Yeah, I think that's the only 2 things I can think of is probably and like when my valves were totally out of adjustment, that's what my fuel mileage, I just could not get the fuel mileage I thought that truck would get, and it would start hard. Is your truck, do you have any trouble starting hard? Like normally it would take 2 revolutions and it would fire up, and then after a while it'd maybe take 3 or 4, and I noticed there was something wrong and my fuel mileage was going down, so that's when I knew there was something, my overhead was bad, so. But yeah, I had one time the EGR cross pipe would go over and go back into the intake, and I had a leak right there, and I never could figure out why my fuel mileage I didn't think it was where it should have been, and all it was an O-ring, and what I did was I pressurized the system, took some soapy water and sprayed on it, and I could see that pressure coming out. So yeah, check out your air to airs because it might not. It as far as my thing, it wasn't even my charge air cooler. It was the EGR pipe that came back over. The pressure was coming out of that. No troubles in starting. Kevin says I can call some Italians I know in New York City to make sure you win the award you want. Oh, that's funny. No, there's some good guys on there. I've go on Overdrive's YouTube. There's some good operators on there. Yeah, it'd be great if I'd win that. But yeah, it'd be exciting. It'd be a great year. Got to be part of Freightliner and be driver of the year for Overdrive. That'd be a banner year for 2025.
I'll have to make you a banner.
Yeah. Hey, Pam made this. See, I can't even believe you got your shirt on. Yeah, Kevin, this is whenever you come and visit us. One of these hoodies and a T-shirt. This is what they'll look like. And then I got my Freightliner hat on. But Pam had all these made, so I like wearing these hoodies in the winter, and then she's got her. I didn't even notice she had that on.
Yep.
Yep.
Part of the team.
Thing is, I'm just a company driver. Oh, you're a company driver. Thing is, I'm just a company driver, but I do my best to get getting fuel mileage. I was told the other day I have the best fuel mileage in the fleet. Oh my gosh, you're the kind of person that would be like, if you care about it, Johnny for president. There you go. If you're the kind of person that cares about fuel mileage when you're a company driver, then definitely, I mean, you'd be a great owner operator if you ever wanted to go that route. Like my dad, he drove a truck for over 20 years, and he had no interest in getting his own truck. He was a company driver the whole time, so it's okay. I mean, it's what everybody wants to do. I mean, it's a lot of it's a lot of headache being a owner operator, having your own deal, and then it's even more when you get your authority. So yeah, it's different strokes for different folks, as they say.
Different strokes for different folks.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
That's what makes the world go around.
that's right. But yeah, if I had company drivers, you'd be definitely, I mean, oh man, your company should be happy they have you. I might actually be getting my own truck soon. Well, that's great. What are you going to get? And are you going to lease to a company, or are you going to be an independent? Yeah. Kevin said, apparently I am getting the best with pumpkin since I had to do a DDEC. So Kevin's he's leased to Schneider, and so they do his fuel tax, and they don't believe the fuel mileage he's getting. And so he had to do a DDEC report to his truck to prove to him that he was actually getting the fuel mileage he was getting. And I've talked about that years ago. I think that was 2023. They wanted all my. I got my fuel tax was audited because they didn't believe the fuel mileage I was getting, and so it was a 5-month process getting through all that. And so yeah, they don't believe you whenever you're what is the I think the industry average now is 6'8" or 6'9", something like that. Can't remember.
It's crazy. Really?
Yeah. What am I getting?
11 something or 12?
10 something.
10?
That's my average, yeah.
Well, sometimes you get more than that though.
No, yeah, I know, but I'm just like an average. But isn't that crazy
okay.
though?
Yeah.
So that's what kind of what we're talking about here is that's the average over the board, and this is what's possible.
Yeah.
And so when you get better than what the average is, they question it.
Yeah, I know. I remember when
Yeah.
we got that in the mail.
Yeah,
It was
I know.
like,
It's
oh my gosh.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, and it took months.
Yeah, it's 5 months.
And wasn't it like, it they didn't get you for anything.
No,
it was
nothing.
It was everything on the dime.
Yeah, no, there was nothing they found.
And they tried everything. It was crazy.
Yeah, every couple weeks or month or something, I'd have to send them something else, and then yeah.
You gave everything. You had everything to them within the next day.
Yeah, because that's what I wanted to make them think I wasn't. There's no way I could lie that much. And so that's what Kevin and I were talking the other day about. That's why I like Keep Trucking, because I had all my, as far as NASTIC, it's through Fleet One. So I had all my fuel ups, and then I had through Keep Trucking or Motive, whatever it was. I think it changed somewhere in there. But, it showed every state line I'd crossed, and every time you hit 5 miles an hour, that's when the truck starts tracking it, and it had all the GPS coordinates and all that stuff. So yeah, definitely. Could you imagine if all drivers actually cared and everyone has averaging at least 8 miles a gallon? Yeah, I know, it'd be crazy. Now, probably, I don't know. Yeah, I think probably almost every, because you're talking about, there's very few people running mechanical engines now, so I don't see why anybody couldn't average 8. I'd be so upset if I got 8 miles a gallon right now. Now that I'm shooting for 11, like I've got a goal to have actually a 30, 60, 90 of 11, and so even if I'm in the 10s, that's why I get upset about it.
I couldn't live with him.
Yeah.
I'd have to move
Oh,
out.
I was just telling Kevin about that story. Remember the first trip we took on that truck?
What, when that half a trailer passed us?
No, yeah, no, that was when we went to California.
Oh, that's another story.
No, the first trip I went, yeah, people are obsessed with going fast, definitely. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's fun to go fast, and it's like almost an adrenaline thing. And when I was young, and Kevin and I have talked, I said when I was young, I used to drive that thing like a madman. I mean, as fast as that truck would go. And I never thought I would drive a truck like I do today, but it's your living now, so that's just what you do.
But you do keep meeting up with them down the road. They're not
Oh,
really.
that's the whole point. It's like,
Yeah.
and you were with me.
Yeah.
What she's talking about is definitely like when you leave, say, Barstow, California, and you're on 40, and you're going all the way across the country. The same trucks will pass you 3 or 4 times all the way across there, and you're going say 58, and they're going 75, and it's hard to keep that up. So yeah, she saw this. That's what I always tell her. I said I always love that when I see another truck pass me because they're not gaining anything driving that fast.
But it was funny. Tell them about the trailer. You have to say that about the half a mobile home.
I'm trying to think of what were we talking about before that though. Oh, I know what I was talking about. When the 2019, when I first got that, and you went with me on the very first trip I had in my truck. That was October 1st, 2023, is the very first trip we took off on that thing. Because it just worked out perfect. It was like the very first part of that quarter. I know, I remember it was. Because I remember I dropped the plates and the IFTA and everything. So when I stopped driving that other truck, it was in September, and when I started driving the new truck, it was in October. And so I remember I told you, like we went down to Laredo. That's when it flooded. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never forget that.
And so we went down there, and I was like, I know I'm not going to be fun to travel with because I'm going to be worried about every little thing about this truck. And the gauge on that truck is an eighth of a tank, or it's an eighth off. And so I was sitting there looking at the miles and thinking about the fuel mileage, and I was like, this truck is getting worse than the one that's setting in the driveway. We spent all this money on this truck, and now it's worse than the one I got setting at home, paid for. And so, and then, but when I filled up, I was in a better mood. Remember how big a fight we got in?
Yes, I do.
And I thought you were going to have to fly home.
Yeah. I was ready to
Yeah.
go to the airport. Yeah. You
Yeah.
were driving me crazy over fuel mileage.
I know.
And all of that, yeah.
And then we went down to Laredo, and Laredo. I'd never even seen it rain there before, and it flooded really bad. And we had to drive through probably a foot of water.
Yeah, I videoed it.
Yeah.
Like we were almost like gliding. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I was scared. Yeah, it was very scary.
Kevin said, when you're trying to make money, speed screws it all up. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Michael said that. Kevin said, my younger self would be disappointed in how slow I go now. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, but back then, like, they didn't care. I mean, I'd never thought, and just like I said in that interview, I never thought anything about fuel mileage until 2007. And so I'd been driving for 6 years. And just so happened, I noticed that how much less that one truck was getting the other, and I started thinking about it. And whatever I said, it was like 12,000 a year would be the fuel, the cost difference in those two trucks. Even if you have all the aero pieces, can you drive a little faster and still do good? Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing about aero. The better you're aeroed out, and the faster you drive, the better it'll be. So if you have a really aeroed truck and then you want to go fast, it'll really help you. It won't affect it near as much. Well, another one of the Team Run Smart pros, Henry Albert, he's running 70 and 75, and he's in the tens. So yeah, but he's got a super aeroed out truck. He's got a really good truck, a really aeroed out trailer, and then he can run 70 and 75 mile an hour. So yeah, if you get all the aero pieces, then yeah, you can run fast. And if you get the gearing right, that matters a lot too. So say I don't know how your truck's geared, the 2019, but to be wise like y'all is what I want to be. I'm sure you're wise. If fuel wasn't as expensive, speed wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, if speed didn't, if fuel wasn't what it was, I mean, well, I take that back though. A lot of times, why I don't idle and why I don't speed is a lot of maintenance on the truck. And now that we have all the, we have all the emissions equipment, the one box and all that stuff. It's just fuel mileage. Fuel mileage trickles into everything that has to do with trucking. Not only cost of fuel, but it has to do with the maintenance also. So you kind of need to think about that. You will have to go to Ireland sometime, Pam. Kevin said this. You will have to go to Ireland sometime, Pam, and take a ride in a truck. There are narrow roads that will scare you.
I've already seen the videos, Kevin. Johnny showed me the videos. Itself scared me.
Darren's on there. He said, Hollywood. I belong to the left lane. Oh, shoot. My screen shut off. Darren Huddleston. Hollywood. I belong to the left lane gang. Hammer down, driver. Yeah, I know you do. Did you have fun last night? Eight people on here. 5 likes. Well, good. But no, I had a couple long talks. I had one with Kevin on here, and I had one with oh shoot, I can't remember his name. No, it's good. I filled it up. She said she's going to put some wood on the fire, but it's full. Go ahead if you want to do something.
He's a control freak.
No, I did. I filled it up right before we started this.
I'm gonna go make some food.
Oh, good. I'm hungry.
Okay, thank you. Come on, Annie. Mommy's hungry.
I wish I could talk my boss into getting an Aero trailer. I'm trying to get multiple switchbacks. Yeah, if you own your own trailer or if your boss would listen to you, I mean, it makes a huge difference. And what I've noticed is I've got the trailer blades they're 24 inches of solid material, and then they've got 8 inches of rubber underneath that. And that's what I've noticed. Unless you've got one of those skirts that will actually bend, you really need to have only 24 inches of solid material, because a lot of those docks I backed into, they're just like barely. I mean, they're like a gnat's eyelash from missing that concrete. So I would only have the ones that have 24 inches of solid material, or unless they're the ones that will really bend, but it seems like that'd be hard on them. I don't know. Darren said, the scariest road I've been on is in Wyoming. It was 2-lane with multiple switchbacks. Is that the one where you sent me where it was snowing really hard and it was about to blow you over? I thought that was in like Minnesota or something though. That was for Kevin. That was for Kevin. That was for Kevin. It's Kevin. That was for Kevin. I was so afraid of falling off the road. I set my flashers in hopes that that if it did, I wouldn't be found. That was in Minnesota. That's what I thought. Yeah, he was talking about it.
Ian said we've been commenting, waiting for him to notice. LOL.
I haven't seen a thing. What's his handle thing?
I'll text him. Johnny asked what your
I've been on some pretty crazy roads. I've been on, I think it was 25% grade before. I don't know. I don't think there's a 25% grade road. Kevin said the worst one I was on in Spain, shortcut to shave off an hour of my time, and I ended up taking 4 hours with switchbacks. Yeah. A lot of times you really, that's what I found with backups on the interstate or anything. When you try to go around it, a lot of times it's just, you're better off just staying on the interstate and sticking with the backups than trying to go around it. It takes longer. You go through all these little things and you end up, it takes the same time. A lot of times, the same truck that's beside me when I got off the road will be the same truck that's beside me when I get back on the interstate. So anymore, I don't do that. I used to, though. But yeah, we've had a lot of talks about aero this week. I really want to put full skirting on my trailer, on my good trailer, and how I'm gonna have to do that is I'm gonna have to put wide singles on it, and so you can have either zeros or 2 inch and flip them, and so you can take that skirting on past it, and then definitely get that air on my other trailer. What a difference! What a difference not having side skirts on your trailer. Has anyone been on the Loneliest Highway in Nevada? That was a neat run. I don't know. Where is the loneliest highway in Nevada? I've heard of that before. Uh, who can you go for? They don't make trailer tails anymore. Stemco's who used to make them, and probably around 20. I got my trailer tail in 2019, and I'd say they probably stopped making them in, say, around 2020, 2021. I think they make like Arrow. I think they make some kind of a, I don't know what it is, but they don't actually make the trailer tail anymore. And why they don't make them anymore is because guys wouldn't open them or they would get backed into things, and so that's why they quit doing it. Highway 50, love it. Highway 50. I can't think of a Highway 50. Well, Highway 50, we have a Highway 50 in Indiana, but I can't think what Highway 50 you're talking about. Oh, okay. So he's saying the trailers we have had those side pieces that go around the hinges. Yeah, I think that's good. That's the Trantex thing, I think, or the smart truck or smart trailer, whatever it is. But yeah, if you don't have any aero on your trailer and you're wanting to get into aero, I think the Transtex thing, because you get the side skirts, you get the side piece, the diffuser, and you get the thing that goes over the gutter or the back of the trailer. So I think that'd be the best thing for you. But yeah, definitely on my mind about, I've wanted to put a lift axle on my truck or my trailer at least for years. And yeah, just us talking about that the other day, Kevin, that really inspired me. I got to go up to Indianapolis on Monday morning, and I've got the paperwork about they call it a underbeam. What is it? Underbeam lift, UBL. And so it's like $750 to make your trailer axle, the front trailer axle lift up. What is that? Route, Nevada puts you out close to Reno. I've been out there. I can't think if I've been on that road or not. I don't go out there much anymore. I try to stay away from Donner Pass, and
Ian was one about made the comment about you being president.
oh, okay. Let me see. Let me scroll back up.
Him and Kidder are watching right now.
Okay.
He said you're very informed.
My friends just text me something. So what's his,
Ian Tincher.
I don't see it.
Yeah, you even commented on it. Ian Tincher. Johnny from
I'm looking for it. Oh, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was him.
Mm-hmm.
Ian, thanks for the I don't know what you call it, shout out or whatever. I thought it was somebody I didn't know. I was like, oh man. Okay. I see it. Ian Tincher 134. Yeah. I got you, buddy. I'm on here now. Okay. Now I know who it is. Hey Ian, I'm on your this phone's on your gimbal right now. I got it plugged in, it's working. I actually used the mic a time or two. Those things work great. You need to order the exact same thing you've got for me, and then I'll just pay you for it. Let's see. Okay. 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 Now I know who it is, Ian. Sorry, I didn't catch your. Love to hear that Christmas is coming up. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, those microphones and everything have been really cool. Doggone, I'm hungry. Yeah, I am too. What's what we had a dinner after church today, and that's what we ate there. What's for dinner? I don't know. Whatever the wife puts in front of me. You thought I broke it? No, it's no. Well, I thought I did, but it's what you're looking at right now. It's sitting there. It's holding the phone, and this week we're going to do the interview with Baker, and so I think we're going to make like 4 or 5 videos out of that. So it'll be really good. The first guy I ever worked for, that's what we're going to interview him. He's got all the same equipment that I started driving. Hear about his history. He's actually got the first Freightliner I ever drove, so we're going to do a video about that, and then it'll be that'll probably be the end of the week, end of next week. That's when that video will come out. JP, have you met Henry Albert? Yeah, I met him. We went up to so there's 3 of us now, what they call the Team Run Smart Pros. It's well, I'll put him in order. Henry Albert's the one that's been there the longest, then Jimmy, and then I'm the newest one. And so we went up to Michigan a couple times and we did a bunch of videos. So if you go to Freightliner's YouTube page, then you'll see videos that we're putting out there. But yeah, I met Henry. Henry's a really cool guy. I've learned a lot from Henry. Really, I told him, I said, I've copied a lot of what you've done, and as far as the aerodynamics and things like that. But yeah, Henry's a really cool guy. I'd like to meet Henry. Yeah, you'd like him. He's a really down to earth guy, and yeah, he's got a lot of he's got a lot of great information. So a lot of the same things he's done on his trailer, that's what I've done on mine. There's not a whole lot you really even have to do to the truck. I mean, if you get the right equipment, if you get it geared right, you get the aero truck. I mean, there's not a whole lot you have to do to your truck. A lot of the savings happens in the trailer part of it. Darren Holson said, "I can't wait to meet Kevin." Yep, you'll meet him. He'll be here. He'll be here one of these days. Probably after Thanksgiving. Uh, one of these days I'll have to meet you. Yeah, yeah. Where are you based at? That's what you're not that far from me now. If you're in Bowling Green. Me and my leg breaker, we live here in southern Indiana. Oh, you're from Nebraska? Yeah, I used to have a when I first started in 2014, I had a thing where I would pick up pipe in Louisville, Kentucky, and I had a 53-foot step deck, so they would take 5 stacks, 10 foot high, well, on the back part at least, and I would take that to a Menards in Valley, Nebraska. So yeah, I used to go to Nebraska a lot. You're near Evansville, Indiana. I'm 100 miles from Evansville. I'm kind of, I'm northeast of Evansville. I'm 100 miles from there, so I'm kind of in between Indianapolis, Louisville, and Evansville. And since I'm 100 miles from Louisville. I'm 50 miles or I'm sorry, I'm 100 miles from Indianapolis. I'm 50 miles from Louisville. I'm 150 miles from Cincinnati, and I'm 100 miles from Evansville. So we live in a good place for freight. We really do. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on here. 812 represent. That's right. I'm from the 812. But definitely since we had all these talks and everything, when I'm up in Indianapolis, I'm gonna call Stoops and see about getting that lift axle kit because it's just I mean, doing this furniture and every stop I make is getting a little bit lighter. There's no sense in not having a lift axle on my trailer. And the other thing I want to do is put wide singles on my trailer, fully skirted. In that other trailer, I guess I could put a nose cone on it, and then that's about all I could do with it. I mean, probably come close to you quite often. My normal route is I go from here to like Mount Vernon, Illinois, down to Dallas, San Antonio. Like I'm on that. I'm on. What would that be? I'm on the 30 because I always cut from like Sikeston, Missouri to Little Rock, Arkansas. I cut through the back roads there, and so I go over Mount Vernon down 57. I get on the back roads, go to Little Rock, down 30, run that from Dallas down to 35, and that's really the major route I run. I don't know if they. I'd probably try to have your because some of those are weld on, some of those are bolt on, Darren. So I'd probably see if your nephew would do it for me. If they're weld on, then I would see if you'd do it for me, and then I could do all the plumbing. But there's some brackets you actually got to weld on the front of the axle right there. So, but some of them just bolt on. So hopefully it would just be bolt on stuff, and then all the rest of it's just plumbing. You should try those truck wings. What are the truck wings? Yeah, I know you're a good welder. Oh, I got a funny story. Now that you say that, Darren, I was just thinking about, all this reminiscing and everything. Do you remember the time where? Do you remember the time where I took you that oil pan to weld back up? It was an aluminum oil pan, and that would have been back in 2014. There was Walter Waniger was working on my truck, but the whole time I was helping him. So we had to take the back half of the transmission off, the back case, and then we were going to have to do something to take the oil pan. Maybe I had an oil pan gasket leaking. He had a chassis lift, and so he put it up under there, and we had a air bottle jack under the axle, and we were lifting it up. And all of a sudden, that axle or that jack slipped off the axle. And what happened is he had his hand underneath of it, and it caught this webbing right here in his hand. And so I was at the back of the truck, and I mean, he was just screaming, ah, ah. He had that webbing pinched. I thought it crushed his hand. So I flew underneath that truck, got the jack, and jacked the truck off his hand. And I remember, well, the first thing I saw when I went to go put the jack under it was all the oil coming out of the truck. Do you remember that? That when it slipped off that jack, it hit the oil pan, and you welded that oil pan up for me? Oh, you don't remember that? Yeah, it was all aluminum oil pan. That was on my '94 International that I bought, and I took it over there to your guys' machine shop because it didn't bust a hole all the way through it. All it did was like crack it, but it was oil was leaking out of it. So yeah, I mean, you should have heard Walt screaming. That was at the old place where your nephew's at now. And so that truck slipped off that jack, and it's pinched his hand between that chassis. What do you call it? The chassis jack and this webbing part of his hand. And I mean, he was just screaming. So I just flew under there. I got the bottle jack, lifted off his hand, and I took him to the doctor in town. And then they couldn't do X-rays on him, so I took him to the hospital in Paoli, and then his wife came over there. But yeah, that was a crazy thing. But yeah, you welded that up for me, and then I ended up getting a different oil pan because it leaked a little bit. But dirty aluminum like that, I'm sure it's not easy to weld. Darren said, oh, "Okay, I remember welding some oil pans. I just don't remember the backstory. Yes, oil pans are almost impossible." Said, "I sent you an email for your truck wings, JP." Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of truck wings. Uh,
Bill, Bill's watching you now.
oh, is he?
Yeah. I text him. He just text me back.
Let's see. I'm looking at my email. Let's see. Did you say you emailed or? Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, Conmet makes those? Sorry, I don't mean to get so excited, but that's when you hear Conmet. Let's see here. Oh, you're talking about the one on the back of the cab. Oh, I heard those are like. Hold on just a second. Just a second here. I gotta get back to. Okay. Yeah, I heard those are super expensive. I mean, they're like, what are they, $12,000, $15,000 for that thing? So I don't know. I don't know if you could ever pay for that. They're a good thing, no doubt, but I don't think you could ever, cost justify paying for that. That is cool though. You see, I think UPS does that. Darren said, I'm going to jump off here and eat some dinner. Everyone be safe out there on the roads, and y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. Well, you too, Darren. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. I'm sure we'll see each other before Thanksgiving, though. I think I'm actually going to take some calves off Tuesday. Hey, if you need anything hauled, I'll take them with me. I think I'm going to sell four steer calves and a bull. So if you need anything hauled to Little York, I think I'm going to take them. So let me know. Yeah, I wish I could try them. No doubt. Yeah, I think it's a great thing. There's a lot of money though. Okay. All right, we'll see, buddy. What's anybody else got? I'd like to hear just several of us talking this week. Throwing stuff around about aerodynamics and different products. Oh, I know something I just found something today that I wanted to talk about on here. Let me see here, because I've got some. Let's see. How close do you run your fifth wheel to your truck? I run it all the way up. I think it's a foot up of center of the wheel, so I'd have to measure it, but I run it up as far as I can. If weight will allow, you need to run your trailer as close as you can to your cab. So mine's pretty tight. It's about all I can do to like walk through there and so it's pretty tight. But no, where I've hauled like blocks of aluminum and things like that, they've gouged my floors up, and I just saw something today that will actually fill those up. Let me see here. It's a company called Key Polymer, and it's called Tough Seal Crack Filler. It's like a two-part. It's an epoxy type thing, and you can fill all the holes and stuff. They say it's harder than wood. And so I'm going to get some of this. I just heard about this today. And then they've got a whole bunch of products. They've got a thing called Floor Restore. Basically, it's what it's doing is it's sealing your whole floor. It's like a polyurethane or something like that. And you take a squeegee and you cover your whole floor, your trailer floor with it. It's made for a 53-foot trailer. That's one thing. And another thing is called Smooth Move, which I thought about doing because the furniture, we're sliding it all out of there. It's basically supposed to be a really slick surface. But the only thing that worries me about that, what if a forklift's coming in and it slides the whole way and runs into the front of your trailer? So, but check out Key Polymer. That seems like a really good company. I just saw that today, so that was pretty cool. I'm definitely going to get some of that. Yeah, I run 16 ply steers right now. I have ran 14 ply. And they say about those, whatever it says on the side of whatever it says, like a 16 ply will say 110 pounds. No, I'm sorry. A 16 ply will say 120 pounds, so I run 130 in it. Whatever it says on the side of the tire, run 10 over. That's what the guys out there in Iowa say. So if I run a 14 ply, I run 120. And if I run a 16 ply, I run 130. Because there's 10 pounds of difference between those two, 14 and 16. Has anybody else heard about the Key Polymer? I thought that was a really, really good thing for anybody that's got dry vans. I'd never heard about them until today, and that was like, man, I've got some big gouges in my trailer floor, and I need to get them repaired, and I had no idea. You can just like, if you want to do a little spot repair, you just you basically, if you got a whole bunch of stuff, you mix one with the other. But if you just got a little bit of stuff, it's just like JB Weld. You know, you take equal parts, you mix them together, and then makes like a chemical reaction, and and that'll set up. So yeah. What did I say that was? Key Polymer. Check them out. I'm definitely gonna get some for myself. I think I got 14 because it says 110 on the side. Yeah, so if it says 110 on the side, those are 14 ply, and it'll say what ply it is, and then just run 10 over whatever it says. So if it says 110, run 120. And you'll have a little bit rougher ride, but you'll get a lot better tire wear. What else is happening? Kevin, you still on there? You still hanging out in California? Well, I guess if nobody has anything else, we're going to shut this down. I try to do my best on keeping them, but I'd have to add some air to do that. Put only 110 when needed. Well, how many miles do you get out of your tires? How many miles do you get out of your steer tires? I guess that'd be the question. See, I don't run super big miles anymore, so I probably got. I guess I've got about 85, 90,000 on the ones. I did a video on my YouTube last year about this time, putting those new steers on there. I'd say at least 125. That's not too bad. I mean, but yeah, I think I'd try to put a little more air in them. The great thing about really not the good, the great thing about having your own trailer is if you get a little bit of funny tire wear in your steer tires, then you can just take them off, and then when you need them, you can put them on your trailer. So, I mean, steer tires cost me like next to nothing because after they're worn out or after they get a little bit of funny wear on the truck, then I just take them off, put them in the barn, and then when I need them, I just put them on the trailer when needed. So there's a lot of you got a lot of opportunity when you have your own trailer. Oh gosh, there we go. There we go. We usually do use steer tires on the trailer when needed. Oh, that's right. I forget you're a company driver. Yeah, so. The fact that you're even worried about all this is really good. So yeah, you're gonna be a great owner operator one day. So how many years have you been driving? Oh gosh, I've been there almost 10 years now. Well, and so that's pretty cool. I mean, that's a big leap going from a company driver to owning your own thing. I mean, you got a lot to think about. I'm sure you've educated yourself about. You got to think about taxes now. You got to think about all the, keeping money back for repairs, but yeah, you seem like you're ready for it though. That's pretty cool though. I mean, they're lucky to have you. Seriously. Well, we've only got 3 people on here, so I guess we're gonna give like the 1 minute. Been on here for an hour and 12 minutes, so if anybody has anything else, go ahead and comment. If not, I'll make it off here because my wife's cooking something that smells good and I'm ready to eat. Sorry. Hold on a second. When I first started, I only cared about trying to get miles and trying to run as fast as I could. Yeah, I know. Definitely. I mean, if you're a yeah, I think you're the only one on here now. I was texting somebody back, and that's what. But anyway, I think I'm gonna. There's 2 people on here now, so I'll stay on here as long as people have questions. But yeah, go ahead if you have anything. I didn't realize when I was texting. See, I'm doing this on my phone, so every time I text somebody, I guess it kicks it offline. So, I didn't realize that. 2 people. Yeah, I'd love to meet with you. It says JP will have to meet as soon as possible. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like I said, I don't go too far from Indiana down to Texas and California a couple times a year, but in the spring, that's why I was going to Michigan a lot. But yeah, if we're ever running the same routes or anything, email me, send me your phone number, and we can talk or whatever. And it's awesome meeting up with these people. I'll keep in touch. I'll send you my number and email. Yeah, cool. 3 people on here now. All right. Well, last week we did these at hour and 15 minutes. So that's what we're at right now. If anybody's got any questions, post them now. If not, I'm gonna get off of here. 4 people now. I'll check my email. Let's see. All right, well, I guess there's nothing else, so we're going to hop off here for the day. Hour and 15 minutes is enough. And hopefully we will see you on the next Sunday. I've enjoyed doing these, so we'll probably hop on here next Sunday. Talk to you later.